Now, this lady went from being a very good character actress and Broadway star to being one of the most popular women with a purse, the most dangerous purse in entertainment for years. But when news came across the doorstep that Ruth Buzzi had passed away, around April 2nd, May 2nd, boys, what a big loss for the industry. Murray Langston, her good friend, the unknown comic, posted that and said she was one of the kindest persons he ever known, and he will forever treasure her long-term friendship. And that's what he did. She was a friend to the industry for those who had met her and worked with her, and she was a role model for actresses of all ages to play what you can play. Now, Ruth Ann Buzzi was an actress and comedian. She appeared in numerous stage, film, and television roles. She's best known for award-winning performances on the comedy variety show Roland Martin Laugh-In, where she was nominated for 5 Emmys and won a Golden Globe. She was there from 68 to 73. Born in Westerly Hospital in Westerly, Rhode Island, she was the daughter of Rena Pauline and Angela Peter Buzzi, a nationally recognized stone sculptor. Her father, who came from a Swiss family, immigrated from Arzo, Switzerland in 1923. She was raised in the village of Wicotaquawk in the town of Stonington, Connecticut. I'm sorry, but the pronunciation is very tough. In a stone house overlooking the ocean, where her father owned Buzzy Memorials, a business that her older brother Harold operated until his retirement in 2013. Now, when she attended Stonington High School, she was head cheerleader. At 17, she enrolled at the Pasadena Playhouse College of Theater Arts, from which she graduated with honors in June 1957. Now, before graduation from college, she was already a working union actress performing musical and comedy reviews. Her first job in show business was at 19, traveling with singer Rudy Valley in a live musical and comedy act during a summer break from college. It allowed her to graduate with an Actors Equity Association union card. She moved to NYC after graduation and was hired immediately for a lead role in the off-Broadway musical review, the first of 19 she performed around the East Coast. She worked alongside other young performers just beginning their careers at the time, including Barbra Streisand, Joan Rivers, Dom DeLuise, Bernadette Peters, and Carol Burnett. She had performed in New York musical variety shows, and she made numerous television commercials, some of which won national awards, including the Clio Award. Her first national recognition on TV came on The Great Gary Moore Show in '64, just after Carol Burnett was replaced by Dorothy Loudon on the series. She had performed as Shaka Dala the Silent, a bumbling magician's assistant to her comedy partner Dom DeLuise, who played Dominic the Great. Buzzy was a member of the regular repertory company on the CBS variety show, The Entertainers. Now, just shortly after, in 1966-67 season, she appeared in Sweet Charity with Bob Fosse's wife Gwen Verdon in the original cast. She had several small roles, including the singing fairy, Shakan Dala the Silent. I'm sorry about the pronunciation. Buzzy is easy, the rest is hard. In '67, she appeared in all episodes of the Steve Allen Comedy Hour, a variety series starring Steve Allen. Her character parts in the Allen sketches led her to be cast on NBC's new variety show, Roland Martin's Laugh-In, a lot of non sequiturs. She was the only featured player to appear in every episode of Laugh-In, including the pilot for the show and the Laugh-In television special. Among her recurring characters on Laugh-In were Flicker Farkle, youngest of the Farkle family, Busy Buzzy, a heady hopper type Hollywood gossip columnist, Doris Swizzler, a cocktail lounge habitee who always got smashed with husband Leonard, Dick Martin, and one of the Bergbank Airline stewardesses, inconsiderate flight attendants. But her most famous character was the Spencer Gladys Orm Phoebe, clad in drab brown with her bun hairdo covered by a visible hairnet not in the middle of her forehead. Buzzy first used the look when she played Agnes Gooch, the school production of Auntie Mame. In most sketches, she used her purse as a weapon, which she would flail away vigorously at anyone who incurred her wrath. She most often was unwilling object of the advances of Ernie Johnson's dirty old man character, Tyrone F. Horney. NBC collectively called these two characters the Nitwits when he went to animation in the mid-'70s as part of the series Baggy Pants and the Nitwits. Buzzy and Johnson both voiced their respective roles in the cartoon. Now, the rolling gag was not just in Laugh-In. The spinster would appear every place, especially the Dean Martin celebrity roast from the MGM Grand Hotel in L.A., ranting about notable roastees including Muhammad Ali, Frank Sinatra, and Lucille Ball. In each case, Gladys pugnaciously attacked the honoree with her purse, and she also hit Martin when he made disparaging remarks about her looks and her romantic prospects. So the character himself was deep down horny. She was mad at the world. Boy, she wouldn't hold back with her purse. That's what made it so funny because, Lucille Ball said, if you got a shtick, you might as well stay with it. Now, Buzzy was also featured on the semi-regular in the comedy That Girl as Marlo Thomas's friend, Margie Peterson. She starred with Jim Nabors as the time-traveling androids Fi and Fum in The Lost Saucer, produced by Sid and Marty Krofft, which aired from September 75 until September 76. Now, he also showed, I have all this on the Canadian children's comedy show, You Can't Do That in Television, also known as Whatever Turns You On. She also guest starred as Chloe, the wife of phone company worker Henry Biesmeyer, Marvin Kaplan, on Alice in 81. She was also guest star in Down to Earth in 85. Dean Martin's producer Greg Garrison hired her for his first comedy specials, starring Dom DeLuise. She also recorded a single, You Ought to Hear the Song, in 77, which reached number 90 on Billboard's National Country Music Chart. Now, she had a great voice, by the way, and you see her sing, just tremendous. Buzzy joked in 2022, in hindsight, here's a medley of my hit song. I'd like to thank the millions and millions of you who didn't buy a copy. I got to spend quality time at home in 78 and staying in front of those aggravating audiences. She was a guest star in many TV series, including Donnie Marie, The Flip Wilson Show, The Dean Martin Music and Comedy Hour, The Dean Martin Roast, The Carol Burnett Show, Tony Lando and Don, The Monkees, Emergency, and variety series hosted by Leslie Uggams and then by Glenn Campbell. She also appeared occasionally in game shows and was a celebrity judge in a gong show. She appeared in Lucille Ball's last comedy, Life with Lucy, as Mrs. Wilcox, in the episode Lucy Makes a Hit with John Ritter. She appeared 8 times in The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, and according to IMDb, has made more than 200 other TV guest appearances. She voiced the character of Nose Marie in the Hanna-Barbera animated series Pound Puppies in 86. She also voiced Mama Bear in Bernstein Bears and performed hundreds of guest voices for many other cartoon series, including The Smurfs, The Angry Beavers, and Mo Willems' Sheep in the Big City. When she joined the cast of Sesame Street in 93 as shopkeeper Ruthie, as part of the Around the Corner set expansion, Ruthie ran Finders Keepers, which sold items previously owned by fairy tale and nursery rhyme characters. After the set was removed in 99, she continued to appear on the show in inserts, usually in costume and other characters. She also voiced Susie Kabloozy and her pet cat Fef in animated inserts that were shown in the show from 94 to 2008. She reprised her role as Ruthie in Sesame Street Stays Up Late, Sesame Street's All-Star 25th Birthday, Stars in Street Forever, and Elba Palooza, as well as direct-to-video production The Best of Elmo and the feature film The Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland. She performed in numerous national TV commercials, most notably for Clorox 2, Clairol, Band Roll On, and Santa Anita Park, and she voiced Granny Goodwitch in television commercial for Sugar Crisp cereal. She originated the Good Witch character in the animated TV series Linus the Lionheart. Now, she also appeared in the Weird Al Yankovic video Gump and similarly appeared in other music videos with the B-52s and the President of the United States of America. She appeared on Saved by the Bell, The Muppet Show, 2 episodes You Can't Do That on Television in 79, and as well as the entire run of the spin-off Whatever Turns You On and numerous other TV shows. She also played the role of the eccentric Nurse Kravitz on NBC's daytime soap opera Passions. In 2006 and 07, she made guest appearances on a children's TV series, Come On Over. Now, Buzzy had a successful nightclub act across the states, including at Las Vegas Sahara and the MGM Grand Hotels. She performed the act for 1 year. Her shows all sold out, and she reportedly offered an extended stay but declined. She had a feature role in more than 20 films, including Choo Choo the Philly Flash, Freaky Friday, The North Avenue Regulars, The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again, The Villain, The Being, in which she was cast in a rare leading principal role, Surf 2, The Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland, and a number of westerns for the European market known as the Lucky Luke series. She plays the mother of the Dalton Gang. Unfortunately, in 2021, she announced on her social media that she officially retired from acting. Now, what I remember a lot from Ruth Buzzi from the 70s especially was her very, very handsome husband, Ken Perkins, who she married in 1978. She veiled him to the world. Now, Buzzy was a proud charter member of the Pasadena Playhouse Alumni Association. She painted as a hobby, but never offered her old paintings for sale to the public, choosing to donate original works to charity, where they sold in excess of $6,000. Now, she supported numerous children's charities, including Make-A-Wish, Special Olympics, the Thalians, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America. She was a Children's Art Summer Camp sponsor to Dallas Museum of Biblical Art. She was active in fundraising for the Utopia Animal Research Ranch in Medina, Texas, and other important animal causes, including ones that Betty White had supported. Now, she lived with her husband, the very handsome Ken Perkins, on a 600-acre, 240-hectare cattle and horse ranch near Stephenville, Texas. They were avid automobile collectors. Their collection focused on post-war English vehicles, including Bentley, Rolls-Royce, and Jaguar, although it also includes several American convertibles and muscle cars. Some of her vehicles had appeared in TV commercials and featured in parades, and her blue Bentley convertible was featured on the cover of Vogue with Jessica Simpson behind the wheel. Some of her cars have been donated or lent to the Peterson Automotive Museum in L.A., including a red-fueled injected 1957 Chevrolet convertible that was exhibited from 1993 to 2001 as part of a display honoring the cars of Steve McQueen. Buzzy's 1960 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud drop-head coupe convertible was on display for the Century of Elegance exhibit. Now, named in numerous songs, including House of Pain's I'ma Swing It, The Bleds' Ruth Buzzi Better Watch Her Back, and the Lorraine Conway Tweedy duet, You're the Reason Our Kids Are Ugly. Unfortunately, she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in 2012, but in July 2022, it was reported that Buzzy had suffered more medical situations after a series of strokes, but was improving. Now, she died in her home and sleep in hospice care in Stephenville on May 1st, 2025, from complications of Alzheimer's at the age of 88. Now, on film, some key roles and voice roles. It's Tough to Be a Bird, The Aristocrats, Freaky Friday, The Rescuers, Record City, Skate Town USA, the Up Your Alley, of course, and Up Your Alley, that's the, if I'm not mistaken, that's the unknown comic movie with Linda Blair. Her and Unknown were always great friends, and I know it's a big loss for him. And I am dedicating this podcast to him. On TV, of course, Linus Larnhearted, Roland Martin's Laughing, 141 episodes. The Steve Allen Comedy Hour, The Monkees, Dat Girl, The Carol Burnett Show, for 5 episodes, That's Life, in name only. Walt Disney Anthology TV series as Granny. Dean Martin, Love American Style. Night Gallery as part of the Hungry Witch Blackout with Tallulah Bankhead. Or was it Tallulah Bankhead? I don't think so. No, it's our other lady. Here's Lucy Medical Center. ABC Afternoon Special. The Lost Saucer, where she played Fi. The Muppet Show was a guest star. You know you make it when you're a guest star. Once Upon a Brothers Grimm, the TV movie. 2 episodes of The Love Boat, Legend of the Superheroes, Chips, again, Whatever Turns You On, 13 episodes. Alice, Aloha Paradise, Trapper John, Days of Our Lives, played Letitia Bradford. Alvin and Chipmunks, Don't Ask Me, Ask God with Pat Robertson and Steve Allen, very interesting movie. George Burns Comedy Week, the revival of the Jetsons, Life with Lucy, Kids Incorporated Rockin' a New Year. Again, she played Felonia Funk on the Rocking with Judy Jetsons. The Munsters Today, which played Dracula's mom. Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Saved by the Bell. They Came from Outer Space, and New Adam 12. Darkwing Duck, Lucky Luke. Maud Dalton, like the TV version. Yabba Dabba Doo, played voices. Pink Panther. Sesame Street, pretty well inclusive from 1993 to 2008. The Jamie Foxx Show, 1 episode. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, 7 Heaven. Diagnosis Murder, The Angry Beavers, and Come On Over. But she was on Passions as well. So what did Ruth Buzzi mean to the entertainment industry? First of all, she was a lady. She was one of the most underrated comedians of all time. She brought so much love and so much talent and so much determination to everything she did. And you got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, the alumni of Laugh-In, from the Sues, who would say, I love my tinkle, to Lily Tomlin, to her, Artie Johnson. You turned that on, and they were taking a comedic look at a very serious point from 66 to 74 in the world, and he always had something to do. But she was not typecast as that character, but she was just so good at it. And like I said, the Lucille Ball, Betty White, Carol Burnett, like that type of character, she was part of that. She could have been a major, mega star, but she'd like to do all kind of different stuff, and she held her friends very close in his family. I know that Murray and all her entertainment colleagues there's a big void, or will be a big void going on. According to Murray, and he said it's been years, Ruth was so much a friend to him, and a friend to his two beautiful daughters. So for them and Murray and everybody that loved Ruth and all her fans, my God, we feel your pain, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, do me a favor, in honor of Ruth Buzzi, why don't you just go out, man or woman, because men have purses, and just comically attack somebody with a purse in tribute to Ruth Buzzi. Because every time I see someone attempt, I like to see how many people start hitting people with purses because of the Ruth Buzzi character on Laugh-In. And there's a compilation video there of all her wax in the show. I think it goes on for like 10 minutes. So, but, Artie Johnson and Ruth Buzzi, again, Dan Rowan and Martin and all, my God, even Joe, Goldie Hawn and stuff like that. It was a time. And every time I hear a bell ring, an angel gets her wings. I know Ruth Buzzi. The angels are going to love her up into heaven because she was an angel on earth. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're doing with our entertainment podcast, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share. Bye.